Okay, in Java now we are going to understand how to take user input, how to take user input in Java. Okay, so normally in Java, user input, to take user input from a standard input device, that is keyboard, so we need to import a class, scanner class. Okay, scanner class. How to import the scanner class? First of all, we need to write import java dot utility package. Scanner class is the part of utility package, semicolon. Okay, so always the class which is being imported from any package must be capital letter. If you give small letter, it will give error. Okay, so always imported class must be capital letter. So then next, write the code like this. We could create an object for this scanner class and import java utility scanner class. So this is to be written where, okay, you need to write, cut down, you cut here, you cut because much of code is here, you paste here. Okay, now java util dot scanner, java util import java util scanner. Before that, here arrays was here. Okay, no issue. Java dot util dot scanner. Here you create the object for this, create the object under the main method. Where is under the main method, create the object for this scanner class. Scanner syntax, scanner object, any object you take, any object name, object any xyz is equal to new keyword, again scanner class. Okay, now parenthesis. Okay, now terminate this one with the semicolon. So why it is giving error? Why it is giving error? The constructor scanner is undefined. Okay, no issue, we will define, there is no issue. So within this constructor, we need to put a parameter, that is what, system dot in. Okay, this parameter will be passed to the scanner constructor, scanner class constructor, because this system dot in will be used to get the input from the standard input device, standard to take the standard input device keyboard to take the input. So this system dot in parameter will be used. System dot out, it will be used to get output on the screen. Okay, to see the output on the screen. Okay, this system dot in parameter used in constructor to receive the input from standard input device. Okay, that is keyboard. Next, you need to write word, put a statement here, put a statement like what, system dot out dot println. Okay, now request the user to enter a string. Okay, string must be in Java, double quotation marks, please enter your name, enter a string, anything, whatever. Now after that, once it is to be terminated with the semicolon. After that, so if user feeds a string, that will be read by a method of next line method. Okay, so next line method of your object. So object created for your class, which class? Scanner class. So by this object we will read that read the string by next line method. So create a variable and that is what variable name is equal to, suppose string. Okay, string type of variable, var, suppose it's a var is equal to, now we can get this, read this from obj dot next line, obj dot next line next line method. Okay, after that you terminate this one, semicolon. Now what happened, so this next line method, that is method of your class, scanner class, that is being accessed through created object for the scanner class. So this method reads the string from the standard input device, whatever user feeds, and that will be stored in a variable. So now you put system dot out println. Okay, copy, you put here, paste, you pass here what, var, print var, your string is, okay, then put a plus here and pause the var. Now let us see what happened here. You compile this code. What is we are seeing here? Please enter a string. Suppose string is equal to Vasu. Vasu is a string I am feeding. So your string is Vasu. So okay, whatever the string, so it is a way, so in Java, to receive the user input, from the keyboard. So that will be taken as, okay, suppose if you feed somewhat number, please enter a integer, an integer. Okay, an integer. So that integer will be, your integer is, okay, now that will be read by next int method. Okay, next int method. So next int, so that void is giving error, it is to be stored in integer, that's why you need to change this as integer. Okay, now what happened, if you compile this code, it requests for please an integer. So integer, suppose if you have given this number, so your integer is this one. Okay, so if you want to read user input from the keyboard as a float, if float is entered, float, okay, it is a float. So now you need to create float here. Okay, float, and here your float number is, here you need to use that method of scanner class next float. Okay, now you enter here, you enter a float number, that is suppose this and this dot 5. So now enter your float number is equal to this much. So in this manner we can take the input from the user input from the keyboard, either it is string, whether it is integer, whether it is float. Okay, you can get from the keyboard, so you can get it. Okay, this is called, okay, how to get the user input from the string. Okay, so for that, actually, if you want to, your comment is how to get user input. Okay, so how to get user input, suppose user input, to get user input, to read user input, we need to import a class, scanner class, that is part of your